Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Now, I said I was streaming a different game today, but I think Sonic Colors is a bit of a mid-fest, as much as I love the game. And it's been a while. So, Metroid Prime Remastered, here we are. But after yesterday, how could you not get the itch? I mean, after everything Nintendo did yesterday, holy hell. How could you not get the itch to play a Nintendo game? Which, in this case, I figured, oh, well, it's been a while. I might as well play what is essentially Metroid Prime 4's tech demo. Or maybe even not, because from what I've seen from Metroid Prime 4, even this pales in comparison, and this game is gorgeous. So yeah, the main reason I'm doing this is so we can do something Nintendo-focused and ramble on about the latest Nintendo news and or discuss. I'm going to do that mostly as I play. I even have a list up, like I have IGN's list of every game released so I could touch on them all so I don't forget anything. Because there was a lot that happened yesterday. I'll just give a quick rundown from the jump here of my main highlights. I won't talk about hardware much, accessories much, I'll get into it a little bit, but the intro, where I'm going to highlight some stuff right here before we start, is the games that I am looking forward to. And we'll discuss them more in depth as we play. This is just a quick rundown. Mario Kart, hype for that, obviously. It's a launch title. I don't have anything to stream from the jump, though. I shouldn't say that. We'll get to that. Very hyped for that. Next thing is Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 editions. I was originally slightly annoyed because I'm just like, man, I would love to play them in that quality with those extra little features because they're my favorite two Switch games. They're two of my favorite games of all time. Hell, Breath of the Wild's in my top 10 games of all time. But I wasn't going to pay extra money for two games that I enjoy in their current state. Just to, like, I've already done 300 hours each into them in their current state. I very clearly enjoy playing them in that state. Why would I pay extra money again just to replay through them? Then, I found out that it's free for Switch Online members. And you better believe I plan on probably doing a Breath of the Wild revisit. I won't do much with Tears of the Kingdom. I already streamed 180 hours of that game and uploaded it all to YouTube. Like, we've done that. We might do a little revisit of it, like do a couple streams where we horse around, do some of the new features and stuff. But Breath of the Wild, I'm thinking a full-on story revisit. I won't stream every minute of the playthrough. Like, I'll do side stuff off, you know, on my own time and stuff, but it seems like a really good thing to start the new console off with. Because it'll be there from the jump, and I'm excited about that. I'm already rambling longer than I wanted to. Okay, next thing, GameCube. I have mentioned it many times before. GameCube Online. We have finally made it. I was surprised by some of the games they announced. I'll get more into that, though, when it's time to discuss it, but oh my god, I'm so hyped. Mario Baseball Online, forget about it. There's another game I was very hyped for to play online against people. You guys probably know what it is. It's not on there yet, though, for an obvious reason. Once I get to that game, you'll know. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I know it's not a standard Zelda game, but holy shit, man, am I excited for that. To get a little more of that story from... And then they said it's canon, too, so to get a little more of that story, that's exciting. Very much looking forward to that. Obviously, next, Metroid Prime 4. What more can I say that I haven't already said? This is probably my most anticipated video game of all time. It still is. Game looks gorgeous. Looked gorgeous on the Switch 1. It looks even better on the Switch 2. I'm speechless about that game. I think I'm going to enjoy that more than any game in recent memory. Or so I thought. Let's get to the last two here. Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'm excited for, but I don't think I'm going to get it. I've never played many of the Donkey Kong games, but I'm excited for it. I'm glad he's getting his time to shine, and the game looks fun and creative. Hollow Knight Silksong, that's exciting. They only showed 10 seconds of it, which I think is objectively hilarious. But, that is something I plan on playing eventually, and allow me to save the best for last. Because... Hold on. Because, now, is this my most anticipated game on that list? No. Metroid Prime 4 is. I want to make that clear. It's the game I am looking forward to the most. But this is my second most anticipated game now. Let me preface this by saying the following. I have been I don't want to say barking up this tree, but I've been preaching it to anybody who will listen to me for the past at least 5 years, probably closer to 7 years, and I've said it here or there for like at least 10 years now. There was a certain game on the GameCube that I believed deserved a sequel, due to the popularity of racing games, increased popularity of like the top-down, like, you know, simple style of, you know, arcadey games and stuff like that lately, and most importantly, the increased popularity of Battle Royale over the past 8 years, due to a certain game that won't be named. Now, in this GameCube game, there is a mode, I'll just say it, called City Trial, where that game was essentially bare-bones Battle Royale, in my opinion, before Battle Royale became popular. That game, ladies and gentlemen, is Kirby Air Ride. I have been saying for years upon years that not only... Now, there were games I would want to see sequels to and remasters of more than that, but this one is top 5 on the list. I have been saying this for a very, very long time, that not only should the game get a sequel, because it would personally mean a lot to me, or at least a port of some kind, but Nintendo, in my opinion, and I've said this for years, I cannot stress this enough, I have been saying this for years upon years, Nintendo, by not porting that game, remastering it, making a sequel to it, whatever, was just wasting their money, because of those aforementioned reasons. The game, due to its battle royale, like, basic formula, its racing formula, would age so well and fit in perfect with modern audiences. Now, most people thought it was a Smash thing, but as soon as I saw him trying to turn on the star, I knew that it was somehow Kirby Air Ride. Or at least a thought, like, popped into my head. And I cannot stress that enough. It broke me. I think I might have lost consciousness for like 15 seconds at work. I don't know. But I just started staring at my screen in a trance. And then I saw the little like booster thing appear out of the star, and then I saw the wagon star, the wing star, and the wheelie bike appear, and I'm just like, this can't be real. I thought that was just a one-off gimmick game that they had forgotten about 20 years ago. We would never see it again. And they finally listened to me. No, they didn't listen to me. There's other... They probably realized themselves, and other people have been saying this too, but just the fact that I have been preaching it for that long, and they didn't just finally do it, they included it as part of their Switch 2 presentation. That's insane! So ladies and gentlemen, let's give a shout out to Kirby Air Ride, the beautiful game that finally got the sequel it deserved. I'll have more to say on that as well. I don't know how much more, because I think I got it all out there. Alright, so I've rambled for almost 10 minutes now. Good. I planned on rambling about Kirby Air Ride, though. Again, let me be clear, that's only my second most anticipated game. But we knew about Metroid Prime. You would expect Zelda to be in there. We knew about Kart. Silk Song we've known has existed. GameCube Online, people have speculated. Nobody saw this coming. It was completely out of left field, and the fact that the game means so much to me, it broke me. Anyway, select to start a new game. Apparently I didn't finish this one, or maybe I just didn't save after the boss, whatever. Hard. I ain't no bitch. no challenge. I mean, it's sort of a challenge run. I'm going to do my usual 100% pickups, but this is kind of like a derust of sorts. You know, I just want to get back into it because I want to run this game a couple times. If there's some way I can, I'd like to stream the 3 Prime games leading up to Prime 4. But Prime 4 doesn't even have a release date yet, so it probably won't be out till the fall. I'll obviously be streaming other stuff in the meantime, especially depending on when Kirby releases. We'll get some Mario Kart streams in. Again, I already mentioned a possible revisit of Breath of the Wild. We'll have GameCube online. That's a thing that we will be doing, plus our usual content. But yeah, so even if I could emulate him at this point, that's fine. I was really hoping Nintendo would give me Prime 2 and 3 on Switch. Oh god, I cannot believe, like, this, they outdid themselves on this game, and they somehow outdid themselves like times 30 on Prime 4. Like, Retro Studio, oh, they might be the best in the business. I don't know if you'll find anyone out there better than them. My goodness. But yeah, I'll have a lot to say still. I know I rambled for 10 minutes before I even started, but I had to get all that off my chest for my lovely audience. Y'all know how passionate I am about Metroid Prime series, Nintendo as a whole, the Zelda series, especially games that explore like the backstory of the, I don't say of a game, but like just of something, like games that are definitely going to have a very good story to them. Age of Imprisoned will, so I'm very excited for that. GameCube Switch Online is still insane to me, like, but we'll get more into that. I kind of have I don't have a plan, but I'm gonna kind of go through them in order and discuss my thoughts as I just casually run around here with Nintendo's coolest character. It's been a while. We got the L and R, we got the A, we got the B. This makes you jump. That's a missile. That's Morph Ball. That's how long it's been. Yeah. Alright, and I believe this is the scan visor. Nope, I was wrong. That's the scan visor. Okay. This is a derust, I told you that. I just really have not played the game in a while. Too much Paper Mario, Star Fox, and First Plays and whatnot. Alright, yeah, I'm just trying to get my feel back here for the fastest control schemes. I think X and that, yeah. Yep, X, that's what X does, right, okay. I'm not gonna do a 100% scan run, like I said. Not that that scan counted anyway, it doesn't. I still never did that, though. I feel like that's something I need... That, at the very least, I need to do that before Prime 4 comes out. Yeah, I got a lot of rambling to do, and eventually... I am going to... Before I discuss anything else with... I believe this is a missable scan right here, so just to show you, I'm not doing a scan run here. It has been a while since I've just casually gone through this game and scanned everything, but that's like an on my own time thing. Obviously, no one wants to see that. Be warned though, that is what my first playthrough of Metroid Prime 4 is very much going to be that. It's not a speed run, it's not going to be a 100% run. It is going to be, I mean, I could turn it into a 100% run, I might do that. But I plan on going into it, scanning everything, observing everything, taking it slow, methodic, all that stuff. But let's save that for, like, I'm getting ahead of myself. Like, I have a plan here, and I'm just keep deviating from it. I just keep rambling about things, and I mean, how could you not? Especially being the Nintendo nerd that I am. Alright, I'm getting my feels back here. We're getting it back. Oh, fuck it, we don't care about the damage. I mean, in hard mode, we kind of do. Hey, die.
I'm him. I've been him.
Top of the morning, Cess.
Continue to be him. That's what you do, that stuff.
Can't let you do that, Star Fox, indeed. Welcome, Cess. How are we on this beautiful Thursday? Gives me a good opportunity to say, since I won't have the opportunity to discuss Star Fox further, I was disappointed by no Star Fox, but also not surprised. They did give me an insane launch lineup. Like, there's going to be a year in the Nintendo Switch where their biggest games are Splatoon and Animal Crossing, and I'm just not going to give a shit. But that is not this year. They very much appealed to me with their IPs. Luckily for me, I'm in a 20-mile radius. But yeah, I will say, to still not have any, like... We even gotta have zero love in the Direct, for Christ's sake. To still have nothing for Star Fox across the entire Switch generation so far, that just feels wrong. Like, it's like they're just straight up abandoning the series. Like, again, it's so forgotten about that people forgot to forget about it. People don't even list it on their forgotten IPs anymore. Like, they forgot to forget about it. But as soon as we finish up our intro here, because I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, I will start rambling about Nintendo stuff. Yeah, we should hit a save-a-rooney here. This I'll probably do because, I mean, I am not a speedrunner of this game as much as I'd like to be. I want to get another 100% run in. I want to do a 100% scan run. Gotta prepare for that more, though. What was I gonna say? I don't know. And then we can start timing ourselves even more, like, what's it called? I'm losing my train of thought today. Holy shit, I got too much on my mind. In a good way, though. Some of it in a bad way, but mostly in a good way. Yeah, then I can start timing, because, I mean, 6 hours is not a bad time for this game. Don't get me wrong. I'm well above average in that regard. What if I squeezed a missile through there? Did I just do that? Oh, I'm out. Nice. Okay, so we will start our discussions, since Seth said it as well, on price. So not all games start at 80. I'm not defending Nintendo by saying that. That is so far a thing that's just unique to Mario Kart, I believe. $450 for the console, I think, is a very fair price. If anything, with all the features you have with it, it might actually be a steal. Like, I'm in probably the minority thinking it's a steal, but at the very least, it's a fair price. I mean, the PS5 at launch cost more than that. The new bullshit editions they're putting out cost more than that. You also need to pay like 80 bucks for a disc drive if you want it on those. So $450 is more than reasonable. In modern gaming, I think it's a steal. I have zero issues with that. However, the games. Am I going to buy them anyway? Yeah, probably. But Nintendo kind of markets themselves as the family-friendly, affordable option out there for anybody to enjoy their games. So to see them be the first ones to make an $80 game hurts big time, and is also kind of shitty on their end. I also think it's a bad business decision, even though I still think it'll sell like crazy. Do I think 70 for all their games is great? No, because there's going to be those games that just aren't as full as some of the other $70 games out there that you just aren't going to feel like 70. Now, I'm not saying lengthwise that's the case, because I firmly believe, again, there was all that hubbub about Metroid Dread being a 15 to 20 hour game and it was 60 bucks. That game is worth 60 bucks. I will die on that hill. Not like it's an unpopular opinion, of course, but that game is worth 60 bucks. Length isn't all that matters in a game. But to see them move to that standard after they just said like 2 years ago that they would only do it on a case-by-case basis is kind of shitty. Because they only did it with Tears of the Kingdom, really, that's it. And I mean, that game is jam-fucking-packed with content. Oh, I still don't have missiles, nice. Yeah, okay, now I'm remembering how I played this. I used B to strafe and shoot with the top triggers. But, Mario Kart, I'll say this first before I comment on the price or potential price of any other games. Mario Kart being $80 fucking is absolutely outrageous. They should lower that immediately. That is supposed to be the game that's for everybody, affordable for everybody. It sold like 80 million, or what was it, like at least 70 million on the previous console. That is the game you want in everyone's hands. Don't fucking rape them. Let them get the game in their hands. That's fucking stupid. Sell it for 60 bucks. 70 at the bare minimum, but I honestly believe Mario Kart, they're gonna sell so many of them, sell it for 60 bucks. Yeah, it does look fun as hell. It's not at the top of my list of hype games, but yeah, it's fun as hell. The next thing I will say is, y'all have seen my wall over here. I am a firm believer in physical media, especially physical games. For them to charge an extra $10 for a physical copy of a game is absolutely asinine. Just don't even offer it then. Just seriously, just don't. That's asinine. I love this game, how it gives you a tutorial on how to use the grapple, then you don't get it until you're like 70% through the game. Excuse me. But yeah, that hurts me in my soul. And then some of these games, not all, but some of them, are going to be digital download cards instead, access cards, essentially, to where it's still technically a digital game, you just bought physical access to it. And that's bullshit. I don't care if it's some of the games, because guess what? It shouldn't be any of it. Like, give people the option. And I just don't like that. But that being said, you know, that was the part of the Direct I didn't like. The, I can swallow some of that stuff, even though I'm not a fan of it. But the two things... Yeah, well, again, that's not all of them, but... Yeah, exactly. But is going to be the case for some of them. If not the majority, we don't even know that yet. The two things in that Direct that I just passionately hated was Mario Kart being $80, and I'm sure that's going to look normal within the next year when GTA announces their price. I get that. That's why I'm not very mad about them jumping to a $70 price tag. They know how the industry works. But Mario Kart being $80, that game's going to sell 50 million copies. Get it into people's hands. Just like casual gamers, they'll just keep playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They won't buy your Mario Kart game for $80. They have Mario Kart, they're gonna be happy. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying. It might be 100 at launch. But yeah, that's as far as, let me get into it now. I got my list up. I hope this video's been muted the whole time. Yeah, it has, because that's been playing in the background. What do we got? Right, again, console I think looks great. Seems like it has all the right, features and stuff to put it put it up there with PlayStation and Xbox in terms of power and performance. Big fan. And the accessory prices, I want to be clear, I don't mind those either. I think those are pretty fairly priced as well. Some of them might seem outrageous, but that's just standard these days. They're not killing you on those. The camera is interesting. I might get one, I might not. I don't know. I know where to go here. I'm just being me, wandering. Anyway, the camera's interesting. The Pro Controller looks sick as hell. I was gonna get one immediately, but then I found out and they didn't make a lot of this stuff clear in the Direct. You find about this stuff after the fact. The Switch 1 Pro Controller works on the Switch 2, which is great. So I don't have to buy one immediately, but I'm gonna get a Pro Controller, without a doubt. That and probably just the console at launch. I did get my bundle, but it's gonna fucking hurt me to pay $90 for Mario Kart, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep holding on to physical games as long as I can. I could at least get some practice in here doing 100% runs. I probably should clear data too, because I'm now realizing it kind of takes away the time it takes to scan these if you do a replay, which is interesting. Okay. Which it probably always did, but I don't know things about anything. Yeah, it's valid. And that's how a lot of people feel. I will say, before I get into my other game discussions, I would love nothing more than for every single one of my friends to get a Switch 2 and to get Kirby Air Riders. And Mario Kart, of course, but especially Kirby Air Riders, but I know that's not going to happen. I know I'm going to be... well, I should say my IRL friends specifically. I know I'm going to be the lone wolf on that, and we're only going to play it when we're at my house, and I'm okay with that. But God, do I want everyone in my life to own that game. But yeah, so that's how I feel about that stuff, the accessories, the voice chat and whatnot. I'm not going to get into hardware specs, I don't even remember them all. It's cool to see the performance, though, I'll say that much. And what the console can do in regular, like docked and handheld mode is pretty cool. What was the other thing I was about to mention? I have no idea. I have no clue. Let's see. What else is on the list here? The mouse controls. Mouse controls are pretty sick. Oh yeah, no, I mean, it can charge. This one can charge in handheld mode if you have something plugged into it. But I do like the USB-C on the top and bottom. To have two of those is awesome. Because it kind of sucks having it on the bottom all the time, because it's just kind of digging into your chest if you're sitting there playing it. It's like the joke people make about Apple. It's just they only have one speaker, and if you stand your phone up, it's sitting on it. So that's a good feature that they put in there. What else? Well, I'm thinking about it. Let's see. Yeah, I was going to talk about I like the voice chat. That's kind of dangerous for Nintendo, because pretty soon you're gonna have Mario Kart lobby sounding like a COD lobby. That's gonna be hilarious, but there's heavy parental controls, so that's a good thing. That'll be Nintendo's gonna Nintendo. They will put the right limitations on that. But yeah, it's good that they actually have that built into the system. Will I probably continue using Discord? Yes. But the fact that it exists now, and it's kind of fun, like, I saw this one meme where it's like somebody's playing Animal Crossing, another guy's playing Mario Odyssey, and I forget the other game might have been Splatoon, and there's this one guy there playing Balloon Fight, and the meme said that one annoying friend who's always playing Balloon Fight, and that's me on Discord. While the boys are playing Fortnite, I'm in there playing Super Mario Bros. 3. Like, it's me. I'm the annoying guy playing Balloon Fight. It is me. But I'll start going over each individual game that was announced. That doesn't mean I'm going to discuss each one, but I'm going to give my opinion on each one as soon as I defeat the Hive Mecha here. There's actually 2 missable scans for this boss fight. I think you got to scan that thing and the... or no, I'm thinking of... which one did I miss? It was the ones from... the incinerator. Yeah, the incinerator ones. These would forget about that, because they're not the same war wasps. That's an easily missable scan. But yeah, in a sec here I'm going to go in-depth into a handful of games, and I'll kind of just give my brief thoughts on other games as well. The fuck? Die. Got him. Right, game list. First one on the list, Mario Kart World. What more can I say? I'm excited and pissed off about the price, but I'm excited. A little worried too, because like I like Mario Kart in its simplest, like in its not simple form, but like, you know, as it is now. Like, I'm wondering what an open world might do, but it seems like you still have those tightly condensed races, but the tracks also seem pretty wide. I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about that. But it is hype, it's exciting at the very least, and it's Mario Kart. I do believe they will do right by Mario Kart. If there's a game they're gonna do right by, it's probably Mario Kart. And there's the open world thing does excite me. Just being like, again, I cannot stress this enough. I've said this about other games I've played, to where like you have like an open roam like adventure field, like sometimes that just adds to the game. It's why I like Sonic Adventure 1 more than Sonic Adventure 2, because you just have that like open like Station Square and stuff. It's, even though the areas don't have much in them, like it's just fun to have that. I've said the same thing. I know a lot of people like Galaxy 2. I like Galaxy 1 more, because you have that little area, like the whatever Rosalina's area is called there. So that excites me to just be able to roam around. I love just being able to roam places, even if there's nothing there. Like, it's just awesome. I am surprised though, the fact that they put it in a Mario Kart game is interesting. Like, I was thinking, like, you know, and we didn't get a 3D Mario announcement. Everyone thought that was a lock. We did not get a 3D Mario announcement, which is just funny to me. We got so much else, so we got more than enough. That'll probably be a next year thing. I don't know why I'm shooting these guys. I can't get that missile expansion yet. So yeah, what else do I have to say about Mario? The playable characters, and I'm sure everyone else's reaction was the same. When I saw that fucking cow driving a bike, the Moo Moo Meadow, like, has that character ever even been used otherwise? I think it's just a Moo Moo Meadows cow. So to see that is just objectively hilarious. Like, we got a dead fish, we got a crab, we got these little ladybug looking things, we have costumes, what else? We got a snowman, we got a penguin. They will put anybody behind the wheel of a car in that game, and that is awesome. I cannot tell you how much I love that. Like, why have limitations? Why... Not that the other game felt limiting, like, there was a ton of drivers in that game, but, like, just, like, screw it. You know, it's a Pianta being back, those quacker things from Sunshine is... Being there is amazing. I would assume you can probably drive as a Luma. Goombas can drive now, despite not having opposable fingers, or, you know, thumbs, anything. Just like... Because... And it's just funny, because it's just like... Did it need to happen? No. Did they already have enough drivers? Probably. But why the hell not? That's just why not? You know? That's awesome. Gotta regain some health here. Getting a little reckless on hard mode here. So yeah, that's cool as hell. It's, but again, $80, ass cheeks. Like, this is, I don't care how big the game is gonna be. First of all, it doesn't even seem like, if you charged me $80 for the next open world Zelda, I would just be like, yeah, that's fair value. Without a doubt, because, like, just think about it, like, how much time you're gonna put into that. Like, Mario Kart, it's gonna be some races, it's gonna be, there's the open world, but you're driving around the open world. You could probably explore it in a reasonable amount of time. It's just, the game doesn't feel like it's worth $80. And again, this is the one you want in everybody's hands. So why don't you just fucking put it in everybody's hands? Seriously, like, why charge $80 for that? Just put it in everybody's hands. It's that simple. That being said, I'm gonna pay $90 for it, so... I'm a sucker for physical media. Cooked his ass. I think that's all because I don't remember some of the other things. There was like other modes, like a knockout mode, I believe. I've sort of watched the entire direct, but I don't remember everything. There were other modes, which it seems like there's a lot of content in there. I'm happy about it. Even $70 would have been annoying but passable, but just the fact that they think they can charge 80 for it, and again, not to get political, but this isn't political, this is just straight up economics. This is what's really happening in the world right now. People in the US are about to get fucked in prices by tariffs. I'm not an economist, I'm not a politician, I don't need to be to know that. We're just getting screwed right now, plain and simple. Them putting it at $80 has absolutely nothing to do with the tariffs. That's them, Nintendo being greedy. Tariffs don't affect the price of digital goods. They don't. The $80 on the eStore, Nintendo's charging $80 because they want to charge $80, no other reason. Nevertheless, I'm excited for the game, though. It's just the price tag, and I feel like they're gonna drop the price. Like, I'm pretty sure, I guess it was during the Treehouse presentation today, apparently people were just spamming the chat with drop the price. Like, will people actually not buy the game as a result? I doubt it. But there's a lot of outrage here, and Nintendo's kind of tarnishing their reputation a bit. So they might do it. It might happen. Anyway, I think it's time. I'm trying to spend a fair amount of time on the games I care about, because there's going to be some that I just breeze right through. Next one on the list, I believe, is Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 Edition. Very excited for that. I don't remember all the features, but the fact that we're getting new mini-games, just upgraded performance, everything, like, I think that game is great, and I'm excited for that. Am I going to pay for the upgrade? I don't know. I don't even know if there was certain upgrades that were free. I don't remember if Jamboree was one of them. But it's cool that they're essentially adding content to that. I am a fan of that. I don't remember what it all was, but I've barely played Jamboree, and that's a problem. Just something about me, whenever I want to play a Mario Party, I always go back to the GameCube with 4 and 5. Specifically 5. 4 age is like piss, kinda. But man, do I love Mario Party 5. But that's a cool thing nonetheless that we are getting. Very excited about it. Again, I don't know if I will upgrade personally, but Mario Party's fun. More content in a Mario Party game is a very, very good thing, whichever way you slice it. Even if you have to pay $10 for an upgrade. Give me that shit. You know, I might be more ready for this anyway, but we already forewent. I don't know how you would say that. We already decided to forego the 100% scan run. So yeah, we're not doing that. God, Chozo Rune's music, my beloved. Hot take, the Chozo Rune's music is better than Phendrana Drift's. And this is coming from someone who thinks Phendrana Drift's is immaculate. It is on my go-to-sleep playlist. But holy fuck, this Chozo Rune's music goes so hard. I kind of came to that realization in recent years. Like, I always thought, oh, Phendrana Drift, so crashed for gate. And it's peak, but like, you know, I also didn't... I might be able to sneak it in, I did. Nice. Cool. So what's our next game on the list? Let's see. Again, I want to touch on my thoughts on every single... Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. I have zero desire to play it. But honest to God, I would play it if it was free. This is a tutorial of the game. Or of the console, I believe. From what I understand. And they make you pay for it. I don't care if it's $1. I am not buying that shit. What a terrible idea to not make that game free with the console. Just absolute asinine decision making. I didn't see that part of the Direct, I kind of just skipped over it. So I really can't comment further on that one. Let's see, I did Mario Kart, I did Mario Party. Well, I'll have to see what's next on the list here. Can't get that up yet, obviously. We don't have the bombs. I love scanning these. They're so dark and mysterious. Which fouls the water seeks the sun. Alright. So, we gotta go up here now. I'm gonna say I don't need to save, 'cause I'll beat the boss on the first try. It's just I'm doing it so I can... This ain't a speedrun. Next up on the list is the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 editions. I already touched on that in my intro a bit. I was excited for them, but at the time of the Direct, I came to the conclusion that I was not interested. I had already dumped 300 hours each into the current version of the game, so I very clearly enjoy the game in its current state. Why would I pay more money just to... Like, I have no problem playing them in their current state. So, just, I did not plan on getting the upgraded versions, regardless of how much I love both games. Breath of the Wild being in my top games of all time. Didn't matter to me. Then, because they didn't announce this during the goddamn Direct, it would have been nice to know at the time, but those upgraded versions of the game are free to Nintendo Switch Online members, and that changed everything for me. That completely just flipped my opinion of those two announcements upside down. Very excited for them. Gonna get both. I mean, I have Nintendo Switch Online. I'm very much going to get both, and I think we're going to open the Switch 2 era with... I don't have bombs yet. What am I doing? We are going to open the Switch 2 era with so obviously some Mario Kart, some GameCube content, depending on which games are at launch. I think with a Breath of the Wild revisit. You know, it's not going to be in-depth. It'll probably just be over the course of a month. We're not going to stream every little detail, because that would be asinine. But I'll stream the main story beats, react to them, because I haven't done it in a while. It would be a true revisit, and it's not like a childhood nostalgia game where I know everything already. Like, there are aspects of the story I've forgotten. Little details, dialogue moments, all that stuff. Where to find certain things. So I think we'll do that. I think that would be really, really fun to do a revisit of the game on the Switch 2 version. But yeah, no, very, very, very much excited. What am I doing? Very much excited for both of those versions. Breath of the Wild slightly more, I guess. Like, but just because I haven't played it in a while. I don't know, Tears of the Kingdom kind of ran a little worse. Breath of the Wild, it was just in spots. At least it was noticeable in spots. In Tears of the Kingdom, if the screen, you can just get overloaded at any time and start dropping frames. So to see those games run and what they're going to be able to run at is kind of insane, so... And we will stream a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition, but I already streamed 180 hours of that game as a first playthrough. And it's all on YouTube. All of it. So we'll just horse around for like 2 or 3 streams, that's all. We'll explore some areas, hunt some Korok seeds, just chill and have a good time. So there's that. When we finish this boss, we'll see what else is on the list that I can touch on here. Pardon my rambling, but that is the entire point of this stream. Kirby in the Forgotten Land seems like a fun game, not up my alley. I will not be getting that. Next up is Metroid Prime 4. Okay, so yeah, Metroid Prime 4. What more can I say that I haven't already said? I really don't even know. I'll start off with this. After the Direct last week, I was worried because I thought this was just going to be a Switch 1 title. They weren't going to do anything more for it because that's what it was originally supposed to be. And that's it. And then it would slightly undersell, and we'd never see another Metroid Prime game again. Like, I was getting worried. Again, this is my favorite game series of all fucking time. So I would have been, like, not happy with that result. Here, eat me. Thanks. I would have just been very, very not happy with that result. But then when I saw it on there, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's happening. Again, this is still my most anticipated game this year, despite some other one other recent revelation. This is still my most anticipated game of the year by a decent margin. Again, this is the sequel to my favorite video game trilogy of all time. This means the world to me. The game already looked fantastic. It seemed very Metroid Prime-y, like they're very much sticking to their roots musically, graphically, gameplay-wise. Be warned, this is one I'm going to ramble about for a bit here, probably. Yeah, no, it's just... the game looks, as soon as I saw it running on there, I'm just like, this is going to be special. This is going to be a graphical showcase, but at the same time, it still didn't... It wasn't just purely, like, realistic or modern. It still had that, like... sci-fi, a little bit of like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Not fully realistic aspect to it, but like I watched some of the Treehouse today, the gameplay on there, and oh my god, does that game look and sound gorgeous. Just, oh my god, goodness, I'm speechless. So obviously a big thing people speculated was the mouse controls. Personally, I don't think I'm going to use them. If this is an option to play the game, which it probably will be, the dual stick, I'm probably going to play it that way. But I will definitely experiment with the mouse controls, because I was excited for that. It's kind of, it might even emulate the Wii days with the Prime Trilogy, which is how I usually play the 3 games. Towards like, Prime Trilogy was dual stick before dual stick. Like, the left stick is your left stick, the Wiimote is your right stick, essentially. I mean, it's just more immersive. I think it's the best way to play those games. So maybe I will get addicted to the mouse controls. Who knows? Who knows? One thing I will say, the fact that you don't even need to go change a setting or press a button or anything, the fact that you can just be... Here. The fact that you can just be holding a Joy-Con, like, and you're just like, dum-dum-dum, just playing like this, and the instant you put it down on the table like this, it just switches to mouse mode. That is so awesome that you can just do that in real time and then stop doing it whenever you want. What was it? I think we had performance mode, 4K 60 FPS, or whatever the other mode was, whatever it's called. But the other one's 1080 120 FPS. My fucking god, that is so cool. I do need to be careful though. I mean, obviously Twitch, you can still only stream in 1080p. So it doesn't really matter. I'm not an expert on this. I'm pretty sure my capture card will still be fine. If anything, I can just set it to lower settings, but my capture card should still be fine, I would think. I'm just like slightly worried. I don't think I can get that yet. No, I can't. I need the double jump. Space jump boots, whatever. I'm not going to go back and get those other ones because it's a waste of time. We'll do it on the way back. But yeah, there's a lot to be excited about there, or the game. I did see a little bit of story spoilers, so then I stayed away from those. I just wanted to see some gameplay. I saw the intro, all that stuff. Looks cool. Very simple but deep Metroid Prime to a T. There's just a lot of cool stuff going on there, and I'm very excited for it. I hope to God this game sells like 10 million copies. It deserves to sell 10 million copies. Again, this is my favorite game. Like I always say, I'm picky. I have my favorite IP, which is Zelda. I have my favorite game, which is Paper Mario. But in terms of a favorite series, specifically referring to a series, it is the Metroid Prime series by a decent margin. I adore those 3 games. I think I don't think any of those games have a flaw to them. I really, honest to God, don't. I feel like I'm forgetting one of the runic symbols here. Just to be able to scan all the fun stuff. The psychic powers, I don't want to say I'm not excited for them, but so far I'm just kind of indifferent. I'm just like, okay, that's cool. That's a cool gimmick for it. We'll see how Metroid Prime-y it feels, though. That will be my... We'll see how I feel about that. That is one, yeah, okay. We shall see on that, but again, I don't hate it, and there's no way I'm going to hate it, to be clear. It's just, I don't know if it's going to blow me away. I'm not sure if it's exactly what I'm looking for. But it's Metroid Prime, it's not going to dominate the game. Yeah, I did fucking miss one. I know there's one on the bottom there, why couldn't I find it? I know where it's at. Yeah, just go. Geronimo! Sorry, Samus, your knees will recover, I'm sure. That's it, yeah. Got a senior moment. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for everything involving Metroid Prime 4. I just wish they'd give us a goddamn release date. I'm gonna assume it's probably gonna be September, like when a lot of games tend to release. That might be when the other game I'm very much looking forward to releases as well, which might be a conflict of interests for me. That being said, this game takes priority. The other game I can probably easily play along with it, because it's mostly going to be multiplayer, I would assume. This will be my first... What am I doing? Having another senior moment is what I'm doing. So I'm excited for everything. Everything going on there. Retro never misses. They just don't miss. I mean, look at this game I'm playing right now. This is running on Switch 1 hardware. But yeah, I just worry. I'm not the most technical person. I just hope it doesn't fuck with my capture card, because this capture card is sensitive as hell. It shouldn't. I mean, you know, it's a 1080 capture card, I believe, but supposedly you can pass through 4K in it. So we'll see. If I have to upgrade capture cards, so be it. Luckily, like I said, aside from that, some Mario Kart streams that we're gonna do. Aside from some Mario Kart streams, and again, the Breath of the Wild revisit idea, I don't have, like, I'm not overloaded from the jump. It's not like I need to get switched to and immediately get into streaming Age of Imprisonment, Metroid Prime 4, Kirby Air Ride, GameCube games, all that from the jump. I don't need to do that. So I have time to figure it out if I have capture card issues, because I always run into capture card issues. Alright, Flagger, let's go. God bless the Metroid Prime plant boss tradition. We got one in the upcoming game. That, again, it's probably my most anticipated game of all time. I adore this series, even more so than the Thousand Year Door remake, because again, it's as exciting as that was for it to... people to experience Thousand Year Door for the first time. Again, it was cool, but I already had that game. Speaking from a personal level, I didn't need to experience it. It was worth the experience, seeing the game look that gorgeous, seeing the music get remade, all that other stuff. But again, this is a new game we're talking about here, and we're talking about the sequel to my favorite game of all series of all time. It's just, it hits different, especially with how long we waited. Good God. We waited too long, and honestly it might work out for the better, because it brought more attention to the game. You know, we gotta remember here that, screw you, Flagra. There we go. Get fucked. There we go. Yeah. What was I even saying? I really don't remember what I was saying. No clue. No clue. Senior moment. It'll come to me. Something about Prime 4. Oh yeah, just about how it hits Ow. I'm dying. See, you just like, you know, it hits different because of how long we had to wait for it. Hopefully it will... I hope to God this game sells, like... I hope they pace it right, like, don't overshadow it with Kirby Air Ride, like... Let's, give it a couple months to shine before Kirby Air Ride drops. You know, like, release this game in August or mid-September, then do Kirby Air Ride in November. Seems like a good balance. Like, let this game get its time to shine. I want this game to sell 10 million copies. It's like, Metroid deserves it. Oh, you know, I remember what I was talking about. It was, we gotta remember, this series, as much of a cult classic as it's become, kind of a niche audience, but people love this and acknowledge the series as one of the best game series of all time. the best-selling game was Prime 1. I believe it sold like 2.8 million, maybe 3.2, I don't know. Not a ton. Like, I want to say... Come on. There we go. Oh, fuck, what? Fuck you. So now I gotta go this way. That's ass. What the? Fucking... No, right, yeah. Come on now, come on. Got him. Hooked his ass. So yeah, it's not exactly, it's like, Samus is one of those characters, like, you see the fan art, you see the hype, and then when it comes to buy the game, only like 20% of those people buy the game. And that kills me. Because 2D, I get it, it's kind of like a niche thing, like, shorter games, trying to speed run them, challenge run them, whatever you want to call it. It's not exactly a gigantic audience for stuff like that, I guess. But the Prime series, like, this should appeal to mass audiences, especially I would have liked to see them include some sort of little multiplayer in this. That would have really got people going. People love first-person shooters these days. But that also wouldn't have felt like Metroid Prime to me, so I care more about that than anything else. Like, if this game's... I'd rather see this game stick to its roots and sell 5 million copies than it be something it's not and sell 15. That actually sounds stupid. I would rather sell 15 in under any circumstance, but you know what I mean. And I think this game could sell 10 million. It has the right hype, it has the proper attention. They're prioritizing the right things that modern games care about. And that's exciting. Like, again, Samus Aran, I will end my rambling about Prime 4 here by saying Samus Aran is Nintendo's coolest character. By a country mile. Yes, by a country mile. They have cool characters, yes. But Samus Aran is so cool. It is the Shadow the Hedgehog of Nintendo. She is just so cool. She deserves her time to shine. And I hope she gets it, because now would be the time. It's like, you know, they did all the right things, they're prioritizing the right things. I want to see this game succeed more than anything else. It is still my most hyped game. I know I said I kind of have plans on, like, I've been talking about my plans to stream these games too as I've been going through it, and I just realized I didn't say that about this. So this game, there's 2 games that were announced today that are gonna become a part of the regular rotation. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, I'm gonna do multiple run-throughs of this game. I want to be clear on that. I am gonna stream the hell out of this game. Maybe even 10 playthroughs, depends on how long the game is. I am going to stream the hell out of that game. Well, is it a permanent fixture? No. My thing is still the original Metroid Prime. That's the one I'm going to do challenge runs of and stuff. But Prime 4 will be at least an occasional fixture in our... Unless I somehow don't like the game. Like, I can't see that happening. It will be a semi-permanent fixture. Like, it's something I would do like a couple runs of a year regardless. But this game for 3 months will very much be in the regular rotation. Along with this game, Star Fox, Paper Mario, the usuals. So that's exciting. So, that seems like a good point to stop my rambling for now. Let me take a couple minute break here. I'll regain my voice, and we'll get into the rest of the games. That was a lot of the meaty ones there. There's still a couple meaty ones left, but there's a lot of ones that I'm just going to be like doing quick run-throughs of, and that's it. After this, I'm looking at them right now. Yeah. There's only a couple more, really, that I have a lot of thoughts on. Alright, let me... Yeah, be back in 5. Okay, I was just made aware of something else. Apparently, since I don't know why Nintendo didn't announce a lot of this stuff. I mean, I know it was a 1-hour direct with a lot of information, but apparently they're getting in... N64 is getting a rewind option, which I probably won't use a ton. I mean, I might due to skill issue on some games, but... And a CRT filter, that is badass. I want to make that clear. That is super cool. For me, at least. That is interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. The fact, and like, you just keep getting like bits and pieces of these information. The more you like scroll social media, it's like, why didn't they just announce all this stuff? Like, why would they not want us to know? Anyway, back to it. I'm gonna be at Findrana Drifts soon. Motoring through this game, even though I said it's not a speed run. What else we got? What's on the list? So a lot of these other ones coming up. There's 2 here I'm going to touch on briefly. First one's interesting. Pokemon Legends ZA. I am a huge fan of the Legends series. Like, it's my favorite thing going in Pokemon now by far. Fuck. Like, how get out? There we go. By far, it's my favorite thing going in Pokemon right now. Not even close to, like, because I think Scarlet and Violet are straight ass. Now, they might be better on the next console, but the game, I will always consider those games to be ass, because the state they were released in was pathetic. But Legends Arceus, I loved that game. I loved the gameplay. I loved everything about it. One of my top 5 Switch games for sure. Yeah, but I don't find myself excited for it because I'm too busy thinking about the other stuff. And just like my opinion on Pokemon has soured so much in recent years, like I'm kind of forgetting about it. As far as stream plans for that game, I don't know. I want to stream it as a first playthrough. It's an idea I have, but like, I have a feeling, and now that I'm thinking about it, I hope that game doesn't release the same time as Prime 4. I don't need Pokemon overshadowing it. That would piss me off. But it'll probably release later this year. I just hope they pace these games right, you know? It's something I worry about, but Legends ZA, I don't think I'm going to enjoy it as much as Arceus. Just because of the setup, but I know I'm going to enjoy the game. It's just I don't know what I'm doing with it. I keep forgetting about it. I just straight up keep forgetting about it because all the other new stuff has me excited. Ass cheeks. So yeah, that's basically just my thoughts on that game. Like, I'm very excited for it, but I keep forgetting about it. It's just, there's so much else that I'm prioritizing over it. I don't even know if I'll get to stream it. And honestly, I think it's a game, of all of the games, that's the one I'm going to put on the back burner probably, as I'm playing all the other new ones. I'm just going to not get to it for a little while. Where the hell's that entrance? Opposite side. Am I fucking stupid? Whoops. I might be. Has it really been that long that I can't remember where the entrance is? There it is. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Legend ZA. Excited? Yes. Priority? No. I could see myself not actually, depending on release date, skill issue, I could see myself not playing it until next year, though. Also depends on the release dates for other. Fuck you. Get out of the walkway, buddy. I did not just go in a circle, did I? No, I didn't. Good. I always liked this room here. Just random cage. Yeah, I get really close to the lob at one point for absolutely no reason. That's an expansion. So yeah, that's about it for Legend ZA. What's next? Dragon Drive. Sure, I'll keep it short and sweet. I do not care about this game. I cannot see Nintendo doing anything to make me care about that game. It seems like the type of... They're trying to appeal to modern audiences, and it seems like the exact type of game that I just would not give two shits about. And that's fitting, because guess what? I do not give two shits about it. It might be a fun game. I'm not doubting that, but it's not me. I'm not going to play it. I can assure you I'm not going to play it, and that seems to be a consensus among a lot of people. From the limited things I've heard so far regarding it. It's just a weird concept. I don't know. I'm not sure what they were going for or what they were appealing to necessarily. Can you get over here already? Jeez, there we go. So yeah, that's it for that game. What's next? Probably need to keep the screen up here as I'm going here. Elden Ring. That's cool as hell. But I've never played Elden Ring. I don't plan on playing it anytime soon. I will not be playing it. But the fact that it is on Nintendo Switch is exciting. Whoops. Hades 2, don't care. Street Fighter 6, don't care. Damon Machina, however it's pronounced, don't care. Split Fiction, I've heard very good things about. I don't know much about it myself, other than what some people have told me. It seems like a very fun game. I don't... With everything else, I will not be playing it. But cool that it's on there. Here's some bullshit. I'll keep this short and sweet. Fuck EA. I will not be playing EA Sports FC 26. And Madden is one of the worst things they have going right now. I despise Madden as a video game. Everything they stand for, they're lazy. I'm not gonna be. I will not be playing Madden. I won't be. Under no circumstances will I be playing Madden. I despise that game. I've despised it every year since 2008, when Devin Hester was on the... not on the cover, had 100 overall speed in it. Devin Hester's my guy, as y'all know. Yeah, or might not know, I have no idea. Hogwarts Legacy... I feel like that's something I'd want to play at some point, or at least get familiar with, watch some streams. It's cool as hell that it's on there. but I don't plan on playing it. Cool that it's on there, though. So there's one. Okay, so that other one is coming up eventually. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, not getting it, but also cool concept. Very happy it exists. Hitman, don't care. Project 007, interesting. I don't know what that entails, but that's cool. Bravely Default, cool. Not gonna play it. Yakuza, not gonna play it. Next big one, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I'll open this up by saying I will be doing a first playthrough of that on stream. Y'all know how I am with Zelda games for the most part. I may get into some randomizers here and there with them, but for me, it's like there's only one way I know how to play Zelda games, and that's slow and steady, explorative. Like, I'm not going to be rushing through these games, and you can still stream these games while not rushing through them. But when I say I play Zelda games slow, I mean it. I play them slow. It's only the way I play them. It's only good as a first playthrough. So we will do one playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, and that's it. We may pop back on some missions. I know that's how those games are kind of set up. I really liked Age of Calamity. I didn't like the fact that it's essentially not canon. That's the only thing I don't like about it, but everything else they did in the story was cool as hell. That's right. Oh wait, is it the... It's the missile. Yeah. Door above has been unlocked. So yeah, that's, I like where they're going. It looks like, I don't think Link, based on where it takes place, like, it's in the past with Zelda. It's Zelda's adventure. So, I guess Link was, I think, a little bit playable in Echoes of Wisdom, but, like, we have our second consecutive Zelda-centered Legend of Zelda game, and I think that's cool as hell, and I think this one is going to be... I loved Echoes of Wisdom, but this game I think is going to be next level awesome. It looks great. The story, the concept, like... I feel like we didn't get enough of exactly what happened in the past. So to get to fully experience that is just... It's just straight up awesome. It's awesome. There's no other way to say it. It's awesome. I was not expecting this type of announcement. I expected Zelda to be at the Direct. Hell, in my last stream, I made a prediction that we would see a complete redo, like modernization of Ocarina of Time, because there was no way Zelda wasn't going to be part of the Switch 2 presentation. It's Zelda. It's their second most popular IP. And I was right to think that way. But Warriors is an interesting title. Wasn't expecting a Hyrule Warriors game, but it is expected, and I love the world of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm very happy this game exists. Again, I will be doing a first playthrough. To get to play as Rauru is awesome. He's a great character. I would assume you get to play as Sonya, another great character. It's a little weird though, since they've announced specifically that this one is canon. We kind of know everything that happens already, or at least how it ends. So I'm not sure exactly how I feel about that. Hello, Samus. How are we doing today, Queen? But it's all purely speculation at this point. This game, though, when I say worry about streaming it, the reason I say that is because there's things I want to stream before. So if that game doesn't release, and it's a Warriors game, so it's not like endless hype for me. They specifically said this winter. That game is not guaranteed to release this year. They said this winter. It could release in January or February. So the later that game releases, the better it is for me, since we've already confirmed Prime 4, Kirby Air Riders, and if I have time to stream Legend ZA, I guess. Plus we got GameCube Online. That's pretty insane. So, yeah, that's It's still exciting, but I hope it comes out later, since we know the other stuff is already coming earlier than that. I don't want to be overloaded, and I want to play these games right when they come out to avoid spoilers, of course, and because I'm just looking forward to them, not just to avoid spoilers. So to get to play as all those heroes of the past is pretty darn cool, in my opinion. What's next? I think next was the GameCube stuff. Yeah, GameCube, I could go on and on for an hour. I'll try to keep it brief. So with the GameCube stuff, I'm excited for Wind Waker. Excited for Strikers. Very excited for the 2 Pokemon games on there. I've always wanted to add them to my physical collection, but unfortunately, I'm not willing to sell my house to be able to purchase them. So, the fact that I'm gonna get to play them now, it's kind of a big shock. Typically Pokemon games don't end up on there, but it's not a main series game. It's not your typical handhelds from back in the day that they're afraid to put on there because they know people will play them over Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, it's just that's awesome that I get to play them. What else is on there? Path of Radiance, another one. Not willing to sell my house to buy it. I've never played a Fire Emblem game, but I can see myself getting into that. Chibi Robo, again, not willing to sell my house and my car to afford that one. But that's another cool one to have on there. That's just straight up awesome. Now we're gonna pause the rambling for a sec. We got a Ridley cutscene coming up in a sec here, which I think is an awesome cutscene. There's only like a handful of cutscenes in this entire game. This one's raw as hell. So yeah, I'd like to see Twilight Princess on there, but I'm sure they'll save that for Wii. And blow my nose quick, hold on. Good. Good, good, good. Mic's back on, right? Working? Yes. Good. What else? What other games do I have to talk about briefly on there? As I said, one of my biggest hopes, because I never thought they'd remake the damn thing, but we'll get to that in a sec. I've already mentioned that in my intro. One of my biggest things I was looking forward to is Kirby Air Ride Online with people, but instead they just gave it a fucking sequel. So that won't be on there immediately. They're going to want people to buy the original game. That brings me to another one, Mario Baseball. That is one I'd be super hyped to play people in Switch Online. Love that game. But they didn't announce it, which is interesting. They announced Strikers. I'm very excited for that. I'm down to get my ass kicked against people who are much better at the game than me. And I'm down to kick my friend's ass in those games because I'm much better than them. So why didn't I get this? Am I stupid? We're gonna do it the hard way. Fuck. Or I could just fucking die. Fuck, we're not gonna do it the hard way. Praise Jesus. I want to at least get that timing back down though, god damn. There it is, okay. Well, yeah, so I'm a little surprised by that, but I think it's because we haven't had a Mario Baseball game on the Switch, and obviously we're not going to at this point, but to see them develop one for Switch 2 would not surprise me, of course. So that's exciting. F-Zero GX, I was a little surprised, but hey, F-Zero got some love in the Switch 2 Direct. That is cool. A little jealous that Star Fox didn't. Going right into it. They didn't even announce Star Fox Adventures or Assault in there. Like, which might add more fuel to the fire that they're remaking Star Fox Adventures and adding to it. Like, just, you know, or maybe making a Star Fox game in that formula. That's possible. But there's no way they're remaking both with how essentially dead that IP is, or how dead Nintendo's treating it as being. Who am I kidding? It's dead. There's no way they're remastering both games, so to not even show them, like, that hurts. That hurts me. Like, Star Fox didn't even appear, like, in that capacity. Like, that was when Star Fox was at its peak on the N64 and the GameCube, and I don't know though, but like there's a lot of gun usage in that game, like especially in the multiplayer. Maybe they don't want people to acknowledge that game. Maybe it's like what Shadow the Hedgehog is to Sega. I mean, like I didn't realize when I watched some gameplay of it recently. I was like, yeah, there's more gun usage in this than I remember. Wait it out, it's gonna come. Yep. So that could be why, but it hurts me that there's neither Star Fox game hurts. Luigi's Mansion and Sunshine, as you would expect. That's super cool. I'll get to stream. Man, no, that's a one-off right there. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna stream Luigi's Mansion at some point, without a doubt. What was the other launch title? Oh yeah, Soul Calibur. That's raw as hell. Another thing I was surprised on, they did not show the Mario parties in there, which is shocking to me because they weren't shy about adding those on N64. I know it took them a little while, but they weren't necessarily shy about it. If they put 5 on there, it is over, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I will stream the hell out of that. I love Mario Party 5. What else am I forgetting? It won't happen, but it would be nice if Sega would maybe allow some of the Sonic games to get put on there, but they won't allow Shadow the Hedgehog for reasons previously stated. I'm still convinced they're doing a Heroes remake, so Heroes won't be on there. They wouldn't allow that, for sure. They definitely wouldn't allow that. I feel like I might have skipped something. I don't know if I did, though. We'll see. Yeah, maybe not. Okay. They ain't 100% run anyway. It's just they always turn into them. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 would be cool, but I feel like it would be like a Dreamcast NSO before we saw DX and Adventure 2 battle on there. I don't know. What else could they put on there? SSX Tricky would be raw as hell, but it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't. Crazy Taxi, same thing. I don't think that would appear on GameCube Online. Golf, I'm surprised they didn't mention, because there's already a golf game out. But it could come. I think that's all I got. Melee will never be on there. They'll always want you to play the most recent Smash. They don't want people... Melee tournaments are like pure evil to Nintendo. They'll never allow it. I think that's I think I've addressed everything I want to address GameCube-wise, yeah. So yeah, get me baseball on there, get me Mario Party 5 on there, for the love of God, please, get me both of those. And the Star Fox games, please. Just those 4 games, I'll be happy. Anything else is just an added bonus at that point. Yeet. But yeah, that's all I got for GameCube. I might try to get myself that controller too, I'm not certain. Brings up another interesting discussion point too. Will those Smash controllers that you can plug directly into the Switch for Smash Bros? I think they should be compatible, but I guarantee they fucking won't be. I think without a doubt those things should be compatible, because why the hell would they be? But then nobody will buy the other things if, you know. So I don't think they will be, but they should be. Is there a GameCube controllers that you can use on the Switch? Like, it's... why not? I've got 2 of them. I bought one, and then I'm just like, you know what? These things work on my actual GameCube, which I use very regularly. I might as well get a second. For some reason I struggled with boost ball on this version of the game for some reason. I don't know why. Especially in that one loop in the furnace in Chozo Runes, it always gets me. Yeah, so that's exciting. We're almost at 2 hours already, jeez. I've been rambling. What's next? Delta Rune, cool. Not my cup of tea though, so don't really care. Borderlands 4, don't care. Sid Meier's Civ 7, cool. Again, not my cup of tea, but cool. WWE 2K25. I've been getting more into wrestling lately, but I'll never care about wrestling, modern wrestling games, just like I usually don't care about modern sports games, so... yeah, no, not... just, nah. Just not gonna happen for me. Need boot. There is boot. Building off of that, NBA 2K26, do not care. Enter the Gungeon 2, don't care. Survival Kids, don't care. Cyberpunk, cool, that's on there, but don't care. Star Seeker, don't care. I'm a big Final Fantasy VII guy, y'all know that, but I already own the game on PS4. I won't be getting that, but it's super cool that the Final Fantasy series is coming to Switch. I love that, because I've really gotten into it the past year and a half. You know, Final Fantasy VII is cool as hell, and I've fallen in love with the characters in that universe. It's like, it's awesome to me that it's on Switch. I want to be clear on that, but I won't be getting it. Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, don't care. Soria Seasons, don't care. Hollow Knight Silksong. I got a little bit I could say here. First of all, I want to say how objectively hilarious it is, because I did stream Hollow Knight as a first playthrough. Oh my god, the music in that game, the art direction, the gameplay, everything, it's so flawless. But the fact that this game was like Metroid Prime 4 to the extreme, like, people's just like, does it exist, does it not exist, will we ever actually get it? And they just casually showed it for 10 seconds in a running montage of games, no big deal. But I'm very excited for that. That's also on the list. Might do a first play of it. But I also might wait a little bit on that. Might be like Pokemon, where I wait a little. We gotta see when these other games release and stuff, but I'm very excited for that. Alright, so what would I normally do here? I would probably go back to the Chozo Runes here. Or no, fastest thing I think is just go back the way I came. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back the way we came. Get all the Chozo Rune stuff another time. I got enough assets on me right now. We're good. Well, maybe not. Actually, no. This will be a good, fun challenge, because, like, usually I have more health going in there, because I think I do the Chozo Runes run first. This will be a fascinating challenge going into the Space Pirate operation there. Less than what I usually have, because there's more missile expansions I can get there. There's at least one energy tank. Yeah. Fuck it, we ball, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck it, we ball. Alright. I think there's only 2 left that that I'm going to comment on somewhat extensively. One super extensively. I'll probably just repeat everything I said in the intro. But I have more in-depth to say about that one. Wait till we get on the elevator here. Alright, Goodnight Universe, don't care. 2 Point Museum, Wild Hearts S, Witchbrook, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S, Rune Factory, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Star Wars Outlaws, which is weird that I don't care about that, but I don't. Because I haven't heard great things about the game, but I might care about that. We'll see. Nonubagas, Ambition, Fast Fusion, Shadow Labyrinth, Redo Remastered, No Sleep for Konami Date, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Reanimal, don't care about any of those. Fortnite can go to hell. Ridge Racer, that might be kind of cool. I might care about that a little bit. Professor Layton, don't care. Tamagotchi Plaza, don't care. Human Fall Flat, don't care. Dust Bloods looks cool. I believe that's a Switch exclusive from Software, which is interesting. And now we're down to the last two. And first one is Kirby Air Ride. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, just I can't believe it. I already said it, like, that broke me more than anything, like, in that direct. Like, Zelda, normally you'd expect a new Zelda game, or like the Metroid Prime news to break me. And don't get me wrong, they did, but holy fuck, like, we were not there. Just the idea of Kirby Air Ride ever existing again in any capacity beyond Nintendo Switch Online is an just at this point it was a ridiculous concept, and I feel like not a lot of people were clamoring for it because they just didn't think it was possible. But again, I have been saying for at least 5 years now regularly, but ever since Fortnite came out and just like kind of popularized the battle royale scene, it's just like you have your racer in that, in the standard air ride mode. You have your arcadey top-down simple style in oh god. In your top ride mode. And above all else, you have City Trial. I have spent countless hours of my life on City Trial. That modernized, expanded upon, and made bigger. Oh my god. Like, that is exactly what modern gamers want. Like, just make it slightly bigger. Make the mini games more in-depth and like more balanced, and you're good. Like, and they actually fucking did it. Again, as I was watching that direct, like, a lot of people were getting hyped for Smash, and rightfully so, based on the way it was being presented. That seemed like a very Smash type of thing, and they even used the Smash render for Kirby, I believe, which is hilarious. Hilarious troll. I don't want to even say troll, just to get the people going. But I kind of knew, like, I looked over and I'm just like I immediately got the vibe. I'm just like, Kirby Air Ride immediately popped into my head at first, but I'm just like, yeah, it doesn't seem likely, but this feels like it. Then he started trying to turn on the Air Ride machine, and then I was just like, that's when it hit me. I'm just like, this is it. Why would he be trying to turn on the Power Star otherwise? Unless it was a machine. Like, it hit me immediately. I'm just like, oh my, like, I froze. Like, I feel like I lost consciousness at one point. But I just froze and stared at my phone screen at my front desk. I froze. That hit me harder than any other announcement Nintendo has ever done. Ever. Because it would just seem so, it was one of like the top 5 things I wanted was more Kirby Air Ride content. You know, we don't need to do this yet because there's a power up there we can't get, I don't yet. Yeah, we could do this all at once, yeah. Fuck it. Save the time. We don't need that yet. We know what we're doing. On all right, yep. All right, let's roll. So and then as soon as that thing appeared, I already knew at that point, but I almost exploded. Like, I was messaging in Discord, screaming, going nuts, and then it opened up and I saw my boy, the fucking Wagon Star. Part of my big 3, the Wagon Star, the Shadow Star, and the Swerve Star. God bless those 3. Bring back my, again, like, all that game needed was some balance. The Air-Ride machines are disgustingly imbalanced. Like, it's not great. it's just not great. Swerve Star is cracked. Just get Swerve Star, you win the race. Shadow Star's kind of cracked too, but like not in that same regard. Swerve Star's just broken though. What the game needs is to be balanced, essentially. It needed a... Again, I never thought we'd see it outside of Switch Online. So I figured that was just, we'd get the game in its base state and that's it. And a remaster or a remake would have been cool where they balanced it. I thought that was more likely than anything else, but a straight-up sequel. The fact that Sakurai came back, and that was the game he's been secretly working on. Like, this is the one he's been heavily involved in. This game's gonna be a banger. This game's gonna be special, like... And to get to the stream plans, this game... Obviously, you don't know what could happen. It could end up being a disappointment. But we know Sakurai, we know Kirby Air Ride. I know how I feel about the series. I think this game is going to be the next Mario Strikers for me. This game is going to be in my regular streaming rotation. It's going to be one of my new fixtures. Will it stick around forever? Who knows? But I truly believe with how much I love this game, and it sounds weird because I don't really care about Kirby as an IP otherwise. I've only really played Kirby Air Ride and Kirby's Adventure for NES. But I love Kirby Air Ride that much. I love the formula, I love the stars in there, I love City Trial so fucking much that this game at the very least for probably a year is going to be in my regular stream rotation. I'm going to stream it maybe once a week, at least a couple times a month. That is a given. So prepare for me to change my bio, and because it's gonna say I'm gonna add it. It's gonna be right up there with Paper Mario, Metroid Prime, and Star Fox 64. I'm telling you that right now. I don't know if it'll stick there forever, but I think it will stick there forever. That is how much this means to me. Again, of all the games I'm looking forward to the most, it is still Metroid Prime 4 by a decent margin. That is my most hyped game. If they decided to release both games on the same day, I would play this game 3 times over before I played Kirby Air Riders. Even once. I want to be clear on that. But holy fuck, like just... We don't even know anything about it yet, but again, like I said, I've already laid out the concepts. I've been rambling about this for years now. About how it would appeal so greatly to modern gamers, and Nintendo is just wasting money by not remastering this game or making a sequel. And I think they know that. Sakurai is... Sakurai, I'm gonna die. I have to pay attention here, hold on. Rambling a little too hard. I probably will die here because of the way I battle this thing. Like, I just naturally take damage. I use a lot of the morph ball. Just have to be careful. This would be a good challenge. Let's see what happens. I haven't saved in a while. That kind of sucks. I just realized that. I haven't saved in a while. I don't even remember the last time I saved. Fuck. Maybe I actually have to strategize here. This is how little health I left myself with. Shigas are invulnerable to most the crystals on their back absorb energy with fire prey. Shigas, they hyper in life using their breath attack and their mouth area. Yep, okay. I think that's how we're gonna have to do it. Don't get stuck! Okay. Let's not get stuck in a corner here, fuck! I can't take another hit, can I? Yep, can't take another hit. Well, that sucks. When was the last time I saved? Guess we'll find out. But anyway, continuing my ramble. just, and then seeing the stars that were in there, it was the ship. God damn it. Actually, that's not that bad. We just need to walk back to Pendrana Drifts. It's not like I got any power-ups along the way. Wrong way. Make sure we save once before we go in there. And preferably not hemorrhage damage on the way in. Just, you know, hemorrhage life points. That's embarrassing. I'm mad that that happened. Anyway. No, I was distracted. No, well, I'll blame myself for being distracted, but oh my god, like that, I really do think I'm gonna stream the hell out of that game. I was never expecting a sequel. If it's good enough, that's gonna be in my regular rotation for at least a good few months. And that is exciting to me, that I have a modern game that I feel that way about. I feel that way about Metroid Prime too, but again, like, just the simple fact that I still have Prime Remastered, and I do want to stream the original Metroid Prime too. That's something that could be added to GameCube Online, and then I could finally do runs of the OG. It won't be from original hardware, but it'll still count. Yeah, because I mean, this game will always be this is my second favorite game of all time, behind Paper Mario. Like, this will always be the Metroid Prime game for me. Prime 4 would have to be really fucking good to change that. So that's the only reason I don't feel that same way as I do about Kirby Air Riders with Metroid Prime 4. But yeah, no, it's seeing my Wagon Star there. God knows what else they might bring back. We'll find out later in the year. There'll probably be like a June Direct or something, or a July Direct, who knows, where they talk about it more with these other games. But yeah, no, Kirby Air Ride, just the way that threw me for a loop, the way I've been talking about it for years now, it just makes it feel that much better. It is just, oh my goodness, man, oh my goodness. I did get one missile expansion, I remember that. We'll have to grab that on the way here. It's in this next room. Maybe the one after, I don't remember. Yeah, probably the one after. Yeah, that wasn't wise. All this damage I took on the way here did not save. Yeah, that's strictly on me. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Kirby Air Ride. I don't want to ramble on that anymore. I've rambled enough on that. It means so much to me that somehow happened. Like, it felt like even a Star Fox game, like a remaster of Star Fox game, or a new Star Fox game, felt more realistic than that. I could not believe it. God bless you, Sakurai. God bless you. The people love you, and for good reason, but I play a lot of Smash, but I'm not a competitive Smash player. But I've always had an appreciation for what he did for Smash. But now, it's personal. Thank you so much, Masahiro Sakurai. You are God's gift to man. Thank you so much for coming back to revitalize this wonderful game that was lost to time. And on that note, I got one left, and it's I don't have much to say about this one, actually. Donkey Kong Bonanza, whatever, I think that's what it's called. Let me start by saying the concept looks so fucking cool. I actually really like the new Donkey Kong render. I think it's super cool, the redesign. It gives him some more personality, a little bit more of a cartoon look that makes him fit a little more in the Mario universe. Although I do think the Donkey Kong render from Smash Brawl is my favorite one, it always will be. It just looks raw as hell. Love it. But, yeah, this game, I don't think I'll be buying it. I might get it on a sale at some point, because it looks really cool. It's like, it looks like you can just destroy the entire world around you, like just smash through any goddamn thing you want. Like, there's so much freedom, yet it's still like seems like a tight platformer at the same time. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it before. And it's super cool. But that being said, with everything else on my radar, I don't think this game is high on my priority list. But that does not mean I think, again, I think this is super cool. I've never played Donkey Kong games, really. I didn't have Donkey Kong 64 as a kid. I didn't have the Donkey Kong Country trilogy, never had Tropical Freeze, any of that stuff. Never had Returns, never had Return HDs, despite the fact that Nintendo tweets about it nonstop. It's just super, super cool. Super cool. Alright. As much as I want to get redemption on the Sheegoth here, now that I have finished my thoughts, I have a trip tomorrow I need to pack. I think we're going to call it right here. I gotta make a call too before bed. Oh gosh, that was a lot to say. I'm exhausted. But hey, I got my thoughts off. This is what I do best. What I do best. I ramble. It's just what I do. So shout out, I did see other people in here listening to my nonsense here and there. Appreciate it. Shout out to Cess for stopping by. Dropping his thoughts as well. Overall, I'm excited. And like I said, I did touch on my thoughts on streaming all of these new games, the ones that mean a lot to me. And expect sometime this weekend, probably. I'm going to think about it a little more over the next couple days. And by that, probably just tomorrow. Like, I kind of know what I want to do. I'm going to lay a rough outline, subject to change, of what exactly I plan on doing with each of these games. I'm going to post it on Discord. I'm going to post it in, like, a Twitter thread, probably. I may even make a YouTube video about it, but I don't edit YouTube videos. It's just not something I have the proper time for, and I don't really have someone I can pay to do it either. So if anything, you'll just get me like casually like talking about it over like a 15-20 minute video while I play something like this. So yeah. Yeah, so that's my rough plan. I won't go into it now because again, I'll post it, I'll talk about it more once I have it fully concrete. But this kind of helped me think about it more too as I was talking about all this stuff, realizing there were a couple games I was kind of forgetting about, especially in Pokemon Legends and Silksong. Other games I want to stream the absolute living hell out of in Metroid Prime and Air Riders. And other games that are in the middle, where it's like you're either going to get a first playthrough or like an occasional multiplayer event type of thing like Cart and Age of Imprisonment. And we have, of course, GameCube Online. They've only announced... there's no way they're only going to drop 3 games on it from the jump. There's no way. There's going to be more on there. Who know? We don't know what, though. Yeah, we got the Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild expansion. That's exciting. Or Switch 2 editions, I should say. Expect me to put some content out on those. It might be a while before we get to some GameCube games. We shall see, but it might be a little while. But that's on the radar as well. So there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up courtesy of Nintendo. But for now, for the next 2 months or so, even a little bit beyond that, like we'll stream Mario Kart as soon as I get my hands on it and make sure everything works with my setup here, of course. I have a good feeling I'll be able to get Switch day one. And Mario Kart, assuming it doesn't sell out immediately. I got the bundle without it, of course, because I'm going to pay the $90. I'm a sucker for physical until they don't let me anymore. Gotta hold on to what we got until it's gone. Kills me. But we won't get into the bad from the Direct, we'll just stay focused on the good. And all of these things that are going on excite me. And expect to hear, like, I'm gonna, tomorrow, especially on the drive to Boston, I am going to make like a plan and how I'm going to announce it all. And I'll update it as needed. Obviously, like, I'm just gonna say what I'm doing with each game. I'll give a rough outline for what I'm gonna start with when Switch 2 drops, probably Breath of the Wild Revisit. After that, it's just we kind of have to wait on release dates for the rest of the games. We don't know when Prime 4, Pokemon, Hollow Knight, Air Riders, or Age of Imprisonment are coming out yet. We don't know. So, we'll adjust the schedule accordingly. It won't be like a schedule, just like a blueprint, essentially. It's a blueprint, yeah. Yeah. It's a blueprint. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. It's a blueprint. So I'll lay out a blueprint. But, as we know, I'm gone this weekend. No stream Saturday. Next Tuesday and Thursday, we're just going to spend it finishing this run. And then Saturday, I'll probably get another randomizer running. Very good chance of that. For Paper Mario. Cool. So we have a plan. Once again, thank you all for listening to me ramble. Next week again, just so this is the plan. I'll post that schedule in there too. Probably post that on Sunday like when I usually do. And yeah, lots of stuff to be excited about. Obviously, since I just rambled about it all for 2 hours. But y'all are great. This will go up on YouTube. Feel free to leave comments, all that stuff. I'll probably make a shorter video. I feel like I will. I'll make a shorter video discussing my thoughts on all this stuff. Make it brief. This was my ramble one. I'll do a condensed version of what I just did here. And yeah, that's the plan. Okay, we have plans. We have a lot of plans. We have a blueprint. A blueprint. Okay, I'm starting to lose my mind. I need sleep. I have a 5-hour journey tomorrow to Boston, Massachusetts. Love y'all. Look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Peace out.